In this video, I'm going to show you a simple and easy trick to secure plastics to your jig hooks to make them last many times longer than they would normally. Before we go on, please remember to hit that like button, ring that bell to be notified of our future videos, and consider subscribing to our channel. These three things really help us out. Thanks. So I actually got this trick from a video channel called Richard Jean the Fishing Machine. Richard's a crappie fisherman out of Alabama, and he gives a lot of good advice on his channel for crappie fishing. And I'll drop a link to his channel in the description of this video. But this trick really will extend to any type of fishing you do where you're applying plastic to the shank of a hook. And it's just a way to make sure that it, normally after a few bites, the plastic starts to tear and rip and starts to slide up and down the hook. And this will delay that process from happening by quite a bit. So the first thing we want to do is use some sort of a cutting tool like a pair of nail clippers to remove the leaded collar that sits below the head of the jig, sort of the neck of the jig, if you will. Now, if your jigs don't have that, you don't need to worry about it. You can skip this step, but that's going to interfere with the plastic's ability to sit right on the hook, and the technique won't work without removing that. So once you have that removed, the next step is going to be to wind some thread onto the shank of the hook from just below the lead head down to, about where the hook starts, the tip of the hook starts, just along the main straight portion of the shank, and that's going to provide a foundation for us to put an adhesive on the hook shank. Now I'm just using some fly tying thread, some nylon thread, but you could use pretty much any type of small diameter thread. And I'm using fly tying tools to apply this. You could actually do this by hand. After putting a couple of whip finishes on the thread near the head, you're ready for the final step. So after cutting the tag ends free, we're now going to apply just a couple drops of super glue to the threaded portion of the hook shank. And the final step is to just slide on your plastic of choice, just realizing that once this goes on, you won't have a chance to change it again unless you want to destroy the plastic. So this is meant to be sort of more of a permanent fixture of the plastic to the hook. And again, it will last many times more than it would. You won't go through plastics nearly as fast. So I wouldn't recommend doing this with some of your more odd color patterns, but color patterns that you consistently catch fish on, that you use all the time. This is a great way to spend an hour or so in the winter just kind of prepping your tackle box for the coming season. Well, that's going to do it for today. I hope you found this video useful. And as always, thanks for watching.